million times, and most importantly, it's super successful as long as you have another attacker, down below stopping the obvious C4. Doe could be a very obvious man.
Towards DarkZero, NJR picking that up free. Viable to go through, flashbangs coming through, Atom getting forced out of that break room as the push comes through. Bolo picks him up, and now they've turned into a 5v3. Grixer does strike back, however, does get down for it, but the plant is starting to come down. Smokes have gone through, and there is no answer from Soniqs as the plant has gone down. It's going to be a very tough retake.
Perfect push so far from DZ. Like you said, 4v3, and Grixer basically 1 bullet's worth of HP, and the fire arrow comes out to keep this defense at bay for even longer. And we know how long that fire lasts. Panda going to pick up the low HP Rexen. Ambi finally going to get on the board with 1, but it's all up to him. Center, and no one from the defense is the wiser. They let it go down. It looks like the Fenrir didn't even react, and now he's dead. NJR on that glass coverage from the window gets the opening pick. The plant is down. The Buck is trying to strike from the back, taken out by Grixer, but now with 30 seconds left, the Blitz is running amok in sight. There's 2 men outside to cover the plant. What can Soniqs do?
Absolute disaster, completely asleep at the wheel. Now Soniqs has zero answer for this blitz coming through. Grixer takes him down, but it's a 3v3 in a post plant. The Runats tries to come through. Nave takes it down. Grixer does get 1, but instantly gets traded out. Mira is going to get hard targeted here. Grixer in a pretty bad spot as the smokes come out. The plant's starting to come down. Rexen, however, shuts down Canadian, and Grixer gets Pamber as he tries to go for the flank. Ambi gets one of his own. C4 in the wrong spot. Diffuser does go down, but it is all down to Nave in a 1v4 to try and hold it.
We talked about the fight back that Soniqs have had so far through this game, and now we see it come out in full force. Nafe 1 HP fighting against the bandit on the window. He loses it to Merc as Grixer had started that counter defuse. DZ once again going for... Smokes start to come out. You can tell Pamba really wants to go up. We can hear the Osa shields being deployed, and the first pick goes the way of NJR. He's immediately refragged, though, so no more glass as the initial plant attempt comes through. It is not successful. The Amaru at least gets 1 kill in the middle of the site to give his team the man advantage, and the Wamai has no idea what's coming. 3 versus 1, plant going down once again. It's all up to Adam, tasked with defending against Canadian. Now putting out those smokes, swinging against the Mira, playing behind her window. In comes the Deimos revolver out, but he's not blinded. Merc just swings him, gets the kill. At the very least, Ambi was killed earlier, so it's not an opening pick for the defense. It's a refrag, but there's the C4, and Merc stuck in box like an animal backed into a corner. Now good for 3 kills, and the entire push from DZ has fallen flat on its face because they could not get this guy out from behind his window.
What a huge misplay going on there. I don't know what the hell happened with that Ying, but it just complete disaster. And he finds his way into sight, but gets cross-made. They're going to know where he is, and they're going to clean up.
Most importantly, he's still alive. No one's peeking the long window. The guy on the break door is kind of stuck there because of the crossfires being held by the defense, and as Bolo attempts to cross the hallway, Merc takes him out. DZ have been stumped. They're stalling out. They're unable to get this pick. They're losing bodies, but finally, Ambi gets taken out, but I mean, at what cost? They've lost 2 players, and there's only 40 seconds left.
Yeah, huge amount of time lost on that Ambi kill. Finally, they are starting to move in for their execute from that east balcony. Grim should be able to move in here, possibly for an office in Archives push. Drones started to come through. 30 seconds left to go on the clock. Soniqs with a very solid hold here. It's going to be pretty difficult for them to burst this through, considering we still have a C4 from Merc on the board.
That C4 is going to be deadly. We've still got goo mines too being regenerated by Adam to slow down this push and give info. And the diffuser's dropped in front of the double door. I didn't even realize. The smokes are going to allow the attack to pick it back up, trying to isolate the ones. Mira's in the corner, killed by Nafe. Now they can worry about the players holding the long angles, but somehow Canadian's been allowed in. NJR makes this a 1v3 for Adam. Yeah, uncharacteristic missed shots from Bolo. I mean, you literally just talked about how the jammers are going to be so important. I was like, how are the Grimbees not getting him? But he was on the jammer, so they weren't spotting him. Almost worked for the opening pick. Adam takes out Panba after Grixer had died. The Grim now gone. And while it is a 3 versus 4, oh, the down onto Adam. No finisher. Does Canadian go for it again? Yes, he does. No one there to help the low HP Lion. And Rexen is 6 HP. He will die to a goo mine. Well, that's 5 HP. He'll be 1 HP if he steps in a goo mine, but he'll probably take a tick, so, essentially the same thing. Peek through the wall, down goes NJR, now a 3 versus 2. Soniqs have the advantage with a lot of time remaining still. 45 seconds. The Deimos tracker coming out, spotting the Legion. Canadian has to try and fall back to sight desperately. The Deimos literally has wall hacks on him right now, but he can also kind of see where that player is lurking. Maybe try to call out a push. Merc pushes in solo from the Archives door, trying to take Nafe off guard, but is unsuccessful. Now 25 seconds left. Time has been wasted by Soniqs. Manpower has been wasted. They've given up that man advantage. Rexon eats that goo mine, now even lower. 3 HP, and Ambi is floundering, trying to find an entry into the building. Finally, they make their way in. Nafe, now in a troubling spot, has to work his way against 2 different attackers, is not dead yet, finally taken out by Ambi. 2 seconds, but no diffuser! The Nomad's been down, Ambi has...
With a Ying on play.
And in go the Candelas. NJR is tucked in the corner. Down goes the Blitz and the Thinka! Both of them succumb to the MPX. Bolo off screen takes out Atom, makes matters worse. Grixer able to get one back onto the dock, taking damage as he vaults back out. In through the hatch comes Nathan and dies? Okay, what was almost assuredly a DZ win is now a 2 versus 2. Make that a 1v2. NJR looking the wrong way. Canadian takes down Grixer and looks to retake back up top. There's some info on Merc as well. They've got the bulletproof in sight, but there's no verticality here inside Tellers. He's forced to drop the hatch. Canadian can hear the plant going down. He's got to know it's in the corner. Merc can step up, but the shotgun comes out. One pump will put him down.
It's really been the essential play for both teams. If you can survive in this position, you could do very well for yourself, but we're already seeing a hop-in.
As Panva off screen gets the opening pick, the Oryx looking to capitalize on the crossfires, but now both Canadian and Bolo are dead thanks to the players who jumped in. Nafe with a refrag, so we end up in a 3 versus 3, but I can't believe Soniqs just got away with that, just hopping into the window, taking the fights, and winning them.
Yeah, really aggressively played there by Soniqs, and they have managed to now turn this into a 5, well, into a 3v3. But we'll see how the rest of the round develops. It's just about halfway through, as we'll see just a slow, methodical play from Soniqs coming out. They're getting the drones out, they're seeing what opportunities can we take as the smoke starts to come through.
Peek in from Pambazoo as well, but unfortunately for him, Grixer was ready for it. A second kill for the Brava now. 2 versus 3. DarkZero once again find themselves on the back foot. Both players now on the first floor. Soniqs have full vertical superiority here. NJR attempting to tuck in the corner right by Soda Machine. Otherwise,
yeah,
it's really going to be up to Nafe, I think, to cut down anyone moving in through vertically. I think NJR is pretty much fine here by himself as long as Nafe stays alive.
Yeah, losing that vertical play is definitely going to hurt them in the long run here. But yeah, as you're right, Nafe should be able to stay up here as that vertical starts to get opened up by Rexon on the book. It looks like they could just go for a drop here and see what they can do here. Brava drone starting to come through, seeing if where these wardens are positioned as the nades start to come through. This could be an interesting play.
We also saw the blue lobby cam was actually hacked, and NJR didn't shoot it out. This is just a hatch drop in. All the attackers now on the first floor, taking the site control, but that's the perfect time for Nafe to go upstairs, re-establish that dominance up above. NJR with 1 kill, but as the Oryx peeks the hatch, he gets taken out. It's all down to NJR. Now they don't... At the very least, Fountain is a little bit safer now that they don't have that rotate to pass through. They're going to have to use, any of their non-existent hard breach to open that wall. But in comes the attack, just walking right through. Canadian takes the head off of Ambi for our opening pick. And Soniqs don't have a response. There's Bolo taking the head off of Merc. A 5 versus 3, 1 minute left. DZ's passivity paying off in spades right now as Soniqs still flounder trying to take this top floor. They know this guy's prone here, but they're so worried about the crossfire and now potential verticality thanks to that C4.
Yeah, Atom does not want to push through that door at all, but they're going to do something.
Okay.
All right. On the wallbang, beautiful. Bolo goes down. C4's coming out, but not able to find Atom as he backs up a lot. Grixer needs to find skill into Canadian.
What?
Team kills! Oh, it's a disaster for Soniqs! They're gonna have to try and recover this. It's all down to Atom and Rexon to bring you down.
Adam looking to drop the hatch. Everyone from DZ off the site. They're playing full retake here because they know they can with such little time remaining. And if Rexon and Adam both have to take the site, they'll be boxed in. Dangerous play here for Nafe. Shotgun comes out, doesn't win the fight. 7 seconds left. Adam gonna try and plant right next to the doorway. Merc has to win this fight against the mirror, but he looks the wrong block line again. I don't know. Vigil's... He's so, like, rarely played.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't keep track of what he does anymore. But Canadian gets opening picks. That's his second opening pick in a row. And that's on a Merc who's been the star of the show for Soniqs so far. Now he's no longer on the board. Ambi is dead to Bolo, who's running the Boss G on Vigil, which has undergone a crazy buff, by the way. I hate everyone who uses that gun. But in the meantime, the plant has gone down.
Yep,
how did he get there?
Canadian is gonna shut it down. There's just been a lot of crazy stuff happening in that map, but thankfully, it's gonna be over. DarkZero shut it down. You see, they're very happy about that one. That was a pretty expected, but Soniqs really made them work for it. NJR just breakdancing on the diffuser there.
How did he get in that corner?
I think he saw snuck through, because he was on the armory wall earlier in the round, right? Just trying to get a pick. I think they just saw snuck.
The only reason why I would say no is I don't think she's as good on club as she is on border.
Ooh.
There it is, Fenrir.
Fenrir.
Who is good on... They lost the drones that were in Ambi's pocket, if he had any left. They've only got 5 drones left in a 5v3.
Yeah, it's not looking great as Bolo just managed to pick up Atom, and we are going to see that Moto drop coming through. The pre-fires coming through. Bolo does go down, but instantly traded out by Pamba. As the frags start to come through, Nafe trying to hold on where he can, but the push starts to come through this church wall as well. Pre-fires coming down. He will manage to pick up Pamba, and Nafe goes down as well. They've equalized it into a 2v2, and they're in blue. They're trying to go for the trades where they can, but the shield in AKs is going to shot all of that. Canadian sneaking down the long haul. There's no potential cover. He could easily get in, but Canadian's going to give the game away. The mirror window's going to get opened up as the shotgun comes out to try and hold down that nice little angle there as the T starts to come through. Only 15 seconds left to work with here. Canadian just playing very safe as the cover from the opposite side from NJR. The plant starts to come through.
Oh,
Nitro
no!
goes through, but instantly gets shot. Oh, it's going to be a frag from NJR onto Rexon. And it's going to be good night, baby, onto Grixter as he desperately tries to find a kill.
Soniqs just going to go for a window hop-in?
Everyone
was setting up on the balcony. Yeah, they just have to hope that they win their fights. Now 15 seconds left. Here's the utility. Smokes come out. C4 goes out. Gets shot out. Nafe and Panda are dead. Finally a kill from NJR, but now he's the last one left after Rexon collects 3. 6 seconds, but Diffuser finally gets picked up by Adam. Plant now going down. Halfway done. Rotate from NJR. He's in a technical 1v2 as Ambi's down, but now he's just 1 HP. And the time is working against him. He's got 30 seconds to kill both these players and hop on the defuse with essentially 1 HP. Ambi now obviously going to give the info to his team that he's starting to push up that hallway, but look at how passive these attackers are playing. They know that there is absolutely no way that NJR can kill both of them if they swing together. Bait from NJR, goes for the first fight, but there's a player far. The shotgun's not going to work against him. Vector out once again. Adam is just toying with him. He knows all he has to do is waste time. He doesn't even have to get the kill. And now with 10 seconds left, NJR has to stick it. In comes Adam. NJR, he's maybe looking to pressure them out. Have Rexon walk in off of this utility. The nade gonna kill Pan, but he couldn't get up in time. And Bolo is the next to fall thanks to Ambi. All the kills, lighting up the scoreboard orange. And Nafe finds himself with a minute 45 left in the round in a 1v5. I don't think he got misthrown there.
Flashbangs are just gonna go through onto red. They're gonna know exactly where he is.
Goodbye. Putting up dirt as well, though, for a 3rd pressure point. But they'll be splitting their man count. About maybe 2-2-1, I would imagine.
Yeah.
20 seconds remaining. The time is so low. DZ look to hold on. Tuberau freezes coming out as the attackers start to drop that Moto hatch. Grixer with 1 from behind. Panda doesn't expect it. Or sorry, NJR doesn't expect it. Now it's all on Bolo. 1 converting on Clubhouse. Bolo starting to come under fire. There's 2 looking his way. He can see 1 through the mirror window. Will pop it open, but there's a nade at his feet. He gets 1. Can't get the second. But at the very least, trades himself out. The hole from Garage. No! Canadian can't land enough shots. Grixer on low HP, and now the attackers likely calling out to themselves, hey, there's only 2 on site, but Canadian still kills one, and Pamba catches Merc off guard on the con window. Retaking the position in bathroom is NJR, dusted by Adam. 3 kills now for the Fuse. We're equalized with 1 minute left.
Yeah, beautifully played there from Atom, to be able to pick up all 3 of those contestants. Just everyone who was trying to push them out of that jacuzzi breach, Atom has shut them all down. He's going to smoke off the main stairs and push in, but they don't seem to have a lot of intel onto where these defenders are roaming. And they're... Oh, what a kill from Atom! Oh my god! And he's in a perfect position to apply, but he will get traded by Canadian. And it's all between him and Ambi. The young gun versus the old gun. Flashbangs start to come through as the pre-fire should start to come through, but Ambi's going to get...
Strats, we're seeing a lot of aggression in that mid-round, and Bolo tapping away, gets the headshot, but very swiftly shut down. So down goes Adam as well. 2 players now lost on Soniqs for the price of 1. Bolo dies in rafters, gives up an important position, but you've killed the Maverick and the Thatcher, and you've still got a player downstairs in garage as well. That's Pamba looking to catch another player off guard. Capitao just checked his drones. They might have info on him. Canadian also very far afield over by pool, so DZ have kind of this web encircling the map right now, and Soniqs looking very separated so far.
Yeah, no, they are. I mean, the last time we saw this was like an absolute textbook attack. It was flawless last time. But as they come in, they're gonna get shut down. Pamba for the 2K. Ambi and Rexon both going out to head.
There's a nasty angle you can get from behind box 2. There's like a little pixel on the edge of the hatch, and I'm sure that's what Adam used. Now DZ once again find themselves a man down. They were only able to convert off of an opening death once so far this game in round 5 on that gym round that came down to a 1 versus 1. But here's the utility dump through that kitchen hatch, answered by the smoke babe from Rexon, and Canadian's gonna drop right through anyway. Try to set up the Osa shield. Bolo on the cover kills Adam. More toxic babes, but they don't hit. Canadian can sneak the plant through the gas. Ambi trying to pull his way through, gets cut down. Rexon just has to take the fight, is successful somehow, despite the hatch being open. All of the attackers no longer watching it, finally cut down by Nafe. And after the dust settles, we find ourselves in a 1v2, all up to Grixer against Pamba and Nafe, but the diffuser has been dropped in the bomb site. Down comes Pamba, chewed up by that SMG-11. Now all up to Nafe. Secondary out, Bearing 9 versus SMG-11. 8 seconds. That doesn't work like that. Through the drone hole, Nafe gonna get chewed up just a little bit, but Pamba starts the fragging on Rexon, and in comes the rest of the attack. In through bathroom, 1 down, but Grixer refrags Bolo, and Bolo had no support. Everyone's still outside the building, and the C4 is good for 2! Ambi leaves it all up to Pamba, but it's a 1v1. Both Adam and Grixer are down. Does Merc go for the res? Is it safe to? Grixer tucked all the way in the corner. He's got case control as well, but the flashbangs are coming in. Pamba is far too close to go for this res, but Alda in hand. This is a favorable weapon to have. 1 down, secured. The other just inches away from Pamba, constantly calling out his position. Merc has a live red as well. 2 players now from the defense forced to try and rotate through or just run out garage. Canadian taking out Merc. Stuck. He was just on the doorway. He was waiting. He knew it was going to happen. Pamba and Nafe tack on for 2 more. It's all up to Grixer. 1 C4 kill, but he's got 4 more to find. There goes Pamba, who's just standing in a Banshee, I guess. But now Grixer's 1 HP, and he's working against the clock now as the plant goes down. This round is as good as over unless Grixer pulls out some of the nastiest shots I've ever seen in the last 3 years. But no, it's going to pounce and be all over them. 30 seconds left. The defense knows that that blitz is going to have to push in soon. 1 player coming from blue. That's Nafe. He's good for another kill on a Grixer. Bolo dead as well. Here comes the blitz through the smoke. It's all down to Adam and Rexon against every player on DZ. Adam with 1, looking for another, but the plant has gone down. He's dusted in blue. It's all up to Rexon the smoke, and he's contest with... Do they have... Yeah, they already have a guy all the way up in rafters, opening up that wall, so they're going to try and get this crossfire. And Nafe, another nasty shot. That's 2 rounds in a row. Rexon now dead. Nade's coming out to deal with this shield. Adam exposed and decides to take the fight against the LMG instead of backing off. The Bandit tries to go in for the refrag. Successful, but now lit up to 14 HP and stuck here in cash between 2 holes, and Grixer hunted down. We saw Panda lurking below in stock earlier in the round, and finally, he'll kill his quarry. It's down to Ambi and Merc 2v4 with Ambi 1 bullet away from death to save the map and save their chances of being the first team to qualify to Riyadh. Because remember, even if they lose here, they've still got a chance tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely they do, and Ambi is trying to hold it down where he can. Merc, with that C4 in hand, is ready, of course, but he's the only one with the C4. Jacuzzi wall getting opened up on the opposite side, and DarkZero is taking no chances with this push. They're getting set up beautifully. 40 seconds left to go on the clock. They're getting ready to jump through this master window and be ready to try and shut it down.
Thoroughness. That's the name of the game for DZ, and it's been the name of their game for years. And Ambi now revealing his position, has to tuck behind the mattress. There's so many angles he has to worry about, and somehow he skates his way into Jim, but he's fully blind. He's got to tuck in the corner. It's all down to Merc now as Ambi dies. 1v4, lights up, a little bit of one, but he's trapped in the corner, fully blind. More flashbangs come out. Plant going down. Nafe will finish him. And our first NA team heading to Riyadh is DarkZero.
Huge congratulations to DarkZero. Incredibly well deserved. I mean, what more can be said? They played absolutely beautifully in Border.